Welcome to Module 2, Part 2. In this part, we are going to study four basic feedback topologies. They are series shunt feedback topology, series series feedback topology, shunt feedback topology, and shunt series feedback topology. The first feedback topology is series shunt feedback topology. This is the diagram of the series shunt feedback topology. The name is because of the connection. At the input side, it is the series connection over here, and at the output side, it is the shunt connection. It is also called as an voltage amplifier. The voltage amplifier amplifies the input voltage signal and provides an output signal. This voltage amplifier is essentially a voltage controlled voltage source. Here, the input resistance required is high and the output resistance required is low. The feedback network provides the feedback voltage Vf, which is subtracted from the input voltage source Vs to give the input voltage Vi to the amplifier. So Vi is Vs minus Vf. This Vi voltage which is the input to the voltage amplifier is small. So when Vi is small, the current I to the basic voltage amplifier is small. So for the current to be small, the resistance R should be high. So the input resistance is high and the output resistance of the voltage amplifier is low. This is one of the property of the voltage amplifier. This is an example of voltage amplifier. Basically it is a non-inverting amplifier. Here you can see the resistance R1 and R2. They form a feedback network. This is generally a voltage divider circuit over here. So this R1 and R2 form the feedback network. The voltage Vf across the resistance R1 is subtracted from the source resistance Vs to give the input voltage Vi. So this Vi voltage is small. This is amplified by this op amp to get an output voltage V0. Here, for the feedback to be negative, the Vf, feedback voltage Vf and Vs should be of the same polarity. Next is the shunt series feedback topology. It is also called as an current amplifier. This is because of the shunt connection at the input side and the series connection at the output side. This is basically a current amplifier which amplifies the input current. Here the input resistance is low and the output resistance is high. This is because the feedback current If is subtracted from the source current Is. So input current II is equal to Is minus If. So when the feedback current is subtracted from the source current, very small input current is fed to the current amplifier. This small current results in a low input voltage Vi. Because of this low input voltage, the resistance Ri decreases. So Ri is low in this current amplifier and R0 is high. The output resistance is high, which results in keeping the output current as constant as possible. This is the diagram of the current amplifier. Here it utilizes the CG stage at the Q1 MOSFET and CS stage at the Q2 MOSFET. The output current I0 is fed to the load resistance RL. Then a sample of output current I0 is obtained by placing a large resistance Rm in series with the load resistance RL. The output voltage developed across Rm over here is fed via the feedback resistance Rf to the source of source node Q1. This is the source terminal, gate terminal, and the drain terminal. Over here, this is source, drain, and the gate terminal. So the voltage across RF is fed to the source terminal of Q1. The feedback current that flows through the RF is subtracted from IS to get the input current II, which is blue, and it is fed to the source terminal of Q1. So the polarity of IF and IS is same, such that the feedback is negative.